All right, let's take a look at number 22 off of the section 3-2 practice problems. This is an application problem where we're imagining, I think this is like a police officer, a sheriff going on his patrol route, and we have to describe a car trip that starts in Medan or Medan, stops in Dallinger, and then goes on to Biter. And it's, we're going to think of that as a series of two translations, right? And so when we're writing out our answer, we have to remember that in a composition of translations or in a composition of rigid motions, when it's written with this notation, with that small circle in the middle between the two transformations, the second transformation is what's happening first. So this second transformation is actually describing the car going from Medan to Dallinger. So still going from here up to there. And so we're going to describe that by looking at what's the horizontal movement going from Medan to Dallinger and what's the vertical movement going between the two towns. So let's look at that over here. As I move from Medan to Dallinger, I notice that I'm going to have to go to the right by 2 blocks, which is actually going to be moving 20 miles, right? Because if I look at the scale of this graph, each block is worth 10 miles. So we're going right by 20 miles, and then we're going up by 10 miles. So that movement is going to be described, again, in this translation right here as 20, 0. 20, I'm sorry, not 20, 0, 20, 10, right? And then we need to think about moving from Dallinger to Biter. So that would be a movement that's left and then up. So how much left are we moving? Well, it looks like we go from Dallinger to Biter. Looks like we go, let's count those blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks, which would be a total of 60 miles. So left by 60, so that's going to be a negative 60. And then we have to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, right? From there we go up by 4 blocks, which is 40 miles. And since we're going up, we're going to use a positive number to describe that. So that's going to be a positive 40. So just remember that when we're describing compositions of two rigid movements, the second movement happens first. And then that first thing is happening to wherever we ended up after the second translation that's described here.